Let's go ahead and convert an unmanaged disk to a managed disk. So you'll want to do this if you have maybe a VM that you deployed before you use managed disks, or you've decided you want to simplify and go from an unmanaged disk configuration to a managed disk configuration. Either way, it's a fairly simple process. The only disruptive point is you do need to power off the VM in order to do it. So you've got to take that into consideration in terms of things like downtime, availability of applications and things of that nature. But if this is a non-critical VM, then it's no big deal. You can go ahead and do it. So I've got a VM called Server 1. Server 1 uses unmanaged disks. You can see here by clicking on it. It's got an operating system disk. If I click on that, you can see it's actually using a storage account. So this is an unmanaged disk. Now to convert it, we do it in PowerShell. So it's fairly straightforward. I've already logged onto my account. And so I've already logged onto the account. You can see right here. Actually, maybe I did log onto the account. There we go. And so we're going to go ahead and check our VM. And so make sure we can query those. We've got a VM called disk migration. And we can actually go a step further and just dig a little bit into the disk configuration. And look at the operating system disk, and you can see here from PowerShell as well, this is not a managed disk. You can see the fact that there's no value. It's essentially false. So get Azure RMVM disk migration, the name of the VM, .storageprofile.os disk, and we can see that. So let's go ahead and do the conversion. Stop the VM. Oops, let's actually do my PowerShell correctly. And my resource group for this is, let's just double check what I called the resource group. Resource group is disk migration. VM is called Server 1. So we'll shut down that VM, let the command run, actually stop the VM. All right, that VM is now shut down. You'll notice that that 2.5 minutes went by pretty quick. That was on purpose. So VM is shut down. Now we can actually go ahead and do the conversion. And so to do this, we're going to run a PowerShell command that's explicitly for this. Convert to Azure RMVM managed disk. And we're going to basically supply the same parameters, the resource group name and the VM name. And run that command. So that'll go behind the scenes and actually perform the migration from an unmanaged disk to an Azure managed disk. And that process takes just a little bit of time. So we'll again just put time on hold and come back when this is finished. All right, so our conversion is now complete. Took a little over a minute. Let's go ahead and start the VM. All right, VM started. And let's go take a look at the configuration now. So we'll come back in here and just look at our disk configuration. And we can see now that it is a managed disk.